Hey there, internet friends. I'm going to do a tutorial on how amplifiers work, how to re-roll them, and how different types of gear can affect the amplifiers. So please excuse me if this video is a little bit rough. It's been a while since I have recorded a in-game video. So the first thing, you want to look at your gear by opening your character sheet. And the only way to re-roll on amplifiers is by opening up the window for the piece of gear itself. So you hover over the piece of gear, control, right click. So this piece of gear, I don't have an armoring or a mod or anything in it yet, but it still has an amplifier. So this amplifier here is attached to the armoring shell itself. So you can view by clicking it, and then you can click on potential amplifiers to see all the potential amplifiers that it can have. So as you can see, most of the potential amplifiers in an armoring shell are going to be for crafting. They do have some that give you extra experience points or renown points from completing certain things. So, put the piece of armoring in it, and then you can see the armoring
Look
amplifier.
at me, helping.
Thanks, Nico. So, if you want to change this, go ahead and click it. Gives you another little window here. And I don't care about periodic restoration on this character or any of my characters. So once again, you can see all the potential things that it could be. Now the armorings are the most important because they are the ones that have the amplifiers that affect combat. So go ahead and re-roll. It starts off pretty cheap. It's only 20k, a little over 20k to recalibrate your first time. So I click recalibrate. It's going to say, give you a little warning. I don't want the warning to pop up every time, so I'm going to say don't show it again. Recalibrate. So now it's giving me two options to choose from. Now, force harmonization is a good one for my seer healer or my sork healer. So let's say I want that. I'll just click update. Once again, it's giving me another window. So now I have recalibrated it to force harmonization, which, like I said, it actually when you're hovering over it, you can see it says it increases the healing done by force ability. So pretty much only useful for your sorks and your seers. If I want to change it again, hit recalibrate. Now I can pretty much do this as many times as I want until I run out of money. See, here's forced harmonization again, but it's not better than that one, so I'm not going to take it. And I can just keep on clicking. Now here's reinforced armor, and it's gold, so that could be a very good amplifier if I was trying to get this for a tank. But, as you can see, this is a superior versatile armoring 80, which are not for tanks. These are for DPS healers only. I can keep on rolling it until I get one that I like. And if it gets too expensive, then maybe I'll just keep the force harmonization. There's nothing that says that I have to change it. Okay, here's a good one actually. Force sensitivity. So I do like the force sensitivity because that would be used for your lightning sorks, your telekinetic sages, along with actually your madness and balance as well. Use them. So if I have a Sage DPS, I now just
You can find me around later.
And I now have an armoring that has the best force sensitivity that you can have. The gold is the top. It's always, there's only one gold amplifier you can get per each amplifier. So like if I scroll down here, you can see that they have 3 greens, 3 blues, 3 purples, and only 1 gold. So gold is always the best. So the mods are pretty much the same thing, except for they are basically for crafting. Once again, it's all crafting. They do have some other ones like mount speed, power napping, which basically your rested experience points accumulates more when you're in a rested area and you log out or whatnot. So there are some other ones that might be useful if you're not a crafter, like stim longevity. Could save you some money. You don't have to use stims as often. Featherweight, you take less damage from falls. So as you can see, there's a pretty large variety of them. But as far as how you reroll them, it's the exact same. You click recalibrate, and oh, this one I had already recalibrated a few times, so that's why it's already at 64,000. But so I just got a power napping. Sure, I'll take that. So once again, the armor shell itself is the same thing. So this armor shell just became really nice if I have an artificer. I could recalibrate that, or keep that. Now you can see I can recalibrate it a few more times. I don't get anything I want. It's fine. I can just close it. It'll give you a little warning, but you'll see I'll close it and the calibration, the amplifier that I chose will stay. I'm going to show you the amplified gears now. So this is actually called an amplified champion boots. It does get a little bit confusing because this was just a normal set piece that I was just working with. That's going to be what most of you have to get your set piece bonuses. But there's also these other special armors that are called the amplified ones. So once again, I'll open it up. Now with this one, you'll see they actually have the same amplifiers as the armoring piece does. These are the ones that are for your combat, your DPS, your healing, your tanks, etc. But the re-rolling works the same. So I'll keep re-rolling it until I find something that I like. Although, I should have gone into the best that you can get with these is blue. So they don't have the purple and they don't have the yellow or the gold. So once you get a blue one that you like, you should just keep it. I mean, here is a green tech wizardry. That could be good for a Vanguard, something like that would be good with, but that's actually that's the tanking spec. Actually, it's good for all the Vanguards and power techs. Tech wizardry is one of the best. So if I'm leveling up one of those, or I have a level 75, and I want him to have one of the best amplifiers, I would just take that one. Here's a medtech one, a blue medtech actually. So that's nice for my commando healer. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that one and not re-roll it anymore unless I'm specifically looking for something else. So with these amplified armor shells, you can now have that, and you'll have your armor mod itself, which you can re-roll on. And look at that, I just got the medtech armoring, so I'm going to grab that as well. So now this piece of gear would be perfect for my commando healer. it has the best armoring amplifier and the best shell that, yeah, the best shell amplifier that it can have. Amplifiers basically work the same way with your earpieces, your implants, and your relics. Yeah. Open them up, and you can just recalibrate until you find one that you like. So I think that is the basics on how to do the re-rolling. Just to kind of show you a little more though, I will go ahead and open this up. I already have this armoring that I like. I don't want to change this one. I'm actually going to take this one out of my piece of gear. I can put it in my legacy storage, and then my Sork healer can go ahead and pick that up. Or I'm sorry, that's Sork DPS amplifier. So this is a medtech one, but it's such a low percentage that I don't really care. I'm going to just I'm going to re-roll on it. And look, my first re-roll already got a better medtech, so obviously going to take that, unless the second one was something even better. There's no reason not to take it. It doesn't cost you anything. Once you recalibrate, you've already spent the money, so you can keep on recalibrating. Oh, there's another medtech piece. My commando healer is going to have some nice armor mods. So I'm going to go ahead and
Can't
keep
stay
that.
this pretty without learning some tricks.
As you can see, this can get a little expensive if you keep re-rolling. But if you're lucky, then it won't. So fortuitous read out. That's a gold one, which would be good for a tank. But once again, these are my superior versatile armorings, so I would not put them in a tank. Gold Alpha Strike. I don't believe that any of the DPS actually uses that, since, I mean, you might want it when you're just running around, just killing random mobs and stuff, but for an operation or a flashpoint for a boss, it's only going to give you a damage boost the first 10 seconds, so I would not take that one myself. Here's a weapon expertise, which is nice. It's purple, so that is one of the better weapon expertise. There's not too many better ones, so I can actually come down here and look. So that is giving me 0.94%. So there's a worse purple one, and there's still a better purple one, and then there's the gold one, which is the best. So I can still keep re-rolling on it to see if I get a better one. Here's another force sensitivity, which once again was good for my Sork, my lightning Sork, but I'm gonna just keep recalibrating because I believe I have enough of those already for a full set. Okay, here's a weapon expertise. It's a purple again, so I'm good to go ahead and grab that.
Just what the doctor ordered.
And I'll keep rolling till it gets a little more expensive for me. So that kind of shows you the my strategy, at least, for re-rolling. So I keep re-rolling till I find a modifier, an amplifier that is good for one of the classes that I play. Okay, here's a periodic intensity. I actually haven't taken one of those yet, and they are good for any of the dot DPS specs. So that would be good for like an Assassin Shadow, the Hatred Serenity specs. the sniper gunslinger, the dirty fighting, virulent specs. What else is dot? Oh, the mercenary and commandos. They have their dot specs as well. So maybe I could actually go ahead and take that one. And every time you click to recalibrate, as you see, the amount of credits it costs to recalibrate goes up. Okay, now I got a gold weapon expertise, so I'm going to take that because that one is for your assassins, your deception assassins, your infiltration shadows, a lot of your DPS, ones that aren't dot, actually use the weapon expertise. The character I'm on now will use that because she is a gunslinger with the sharpshooter. So for my sharpshooter, that is the absolute best amplifier that I can get in an armoring piece. Okay, well I hope that clears it up for anybody who might have a little bit of confusion. Sorry if this went a little bit long, but I just wanted to make sure that I got into as much detail as hopefully people need. If there's any questions or anything, let me know. And I will see you in game.